Now, your 13 First Alert weather forecast.
Hopefully you found some time to get out and enjoy today's gorgeous weather. I know I did. I took my kids for a walk this morning. We also played in the yard, and the good news is the buck does not stop here. We're going to continue with more nice weather into tomorrow. In fact, it's going to be warmer thanks to breezy south and southeasterly flow that's going to help drive those temperatures up into the mid and upper 70s. Keep in mind our average lows are down in the low 60s this time of year. But by Friday, we start to track some changes with the passage of a cold front. There's going to be very little moisture in place, so that is going to work through dry while more breezes, this time from the northwest as that boundary does pass through. And you'll start to really notice a change in our temperatures on Saturday as that cooler air mass does start to work in. That's going to bring temperatures in the 60s, if not the 50s even possible for our northern locations. But luckily, we do get off to a dry start for the weekend. And that's even the case here this afternoon. Nothing to talk about on visible satellite, not even a cloud in sight as we are enjoying blue skies throughout the state. As for those temperatures, feeling a bit summer-like, especially to our west where we have those readings from the upper 70s to the low 80s. Meanwhile, here at home, still not all that bad, remaining quite mild. Temperatures anywhere from the mid and upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Now, as we move through tonight, we're going to keep the clear sky. We'll still have that dry air in place. However, there is expected to be a light breeze from the east and southeast, so that should keep our temperatures pretty elevated tomorrow morning. I think most spots in the 40s are typically colder spots. Will likely drop down into the 30s, but from there, you can see that warmer air mass does inch its way a little bit more to the east. We have 80s across Minnesota and still not all that bad in western Wisconsin. Those temperatures from the mid to upper 70s. As we do check out satellite and radar, there is an area of high pressure established to our north. That's actually going to slide into the Great Lakes for tonight. But things remain very active down in the Gulf of Mexico as we continue to watch Hurricane Milton. It hasn't quite made landfall yet, but it is expected to do so later on tonight. And you can see most of Florida, or at least the peninsula, is being inundated with rainfall that has been heavy at times. We've even had numerous tornado warnings and several observed tornadoes over south central parts of the state. That goes to show the magnitude and the severity of this hurricane as it does move inland. Right now we have sustained winds at 120 miles per hour. It is tracking to the east and northeast at 17. That pressure has risen quite a bit, now at around 948 millibars, but we are still looking at a good threat of catastrophic and life-threatening storm surge along the western coast of Florida. The track has shifted a bit more south, so it is now expected to make landfall just south of the Tampa area, but really all of Florida is going to be impacted by this hurricane, and it's going to remain at hurricane strength as it moves over the state. It won't be until it gets further into the Atlantic where it does weaken into a tropical depression. Now, as we take a look at our weather here locally for tonight, we are going to stay under those clear skies even for your day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, perhaps some high clouds working in during the afternoon hours. Will turn partly cloudy into tomorrow night. And for your Friday, it does stay dry as we wrap up the work week with a mix of sun and clouds. For tonight, we'll cool things down to a low temperature of 43 degrees before rising up to a high of 76 tomorrow. We're up to around 74 degrees on Friday, 62 Saturday. Sunday, we have bumped up to a chance of at least a few scattered showers throughout the day, but quite the cool down to say the least, as a stretch of 50s will take us right into next week before we're back up to around 63 there by Wednesday.
The cool down is coming. We just have to mentally prepare for it, or in your case, leap for joy, jump for joy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll admit I'm pretty excited. It is fall after all. We've gotten pretty lucky up to this point, so it had to happen, and there it is.
That's right. Thanks so much, Derek. David Dan.